Alright, Dr. Groovy here, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com. With an axe you haven't seen, probably, like ever. I know John out there, he's seen it. This thing has been discontinued for a long time. Gibson sent out the old C&D order on this guitar and many others, meaning cease and desist. Let me turn some knobs, some buttons, and all that kind of junk, and then shut this thing down. What do we got here? Yeah, it's just Dillion guitar strap. We're taking you all the way back, like the title says, 2004, discontinued, because again, everything was made so much like the Gibson stuff that Gibson said, you can't do it. So this is the 2004 Dillion DFV58K. Okay, which stands for Dillion Flying V, 1958, and K, Korina. Not Korina colored, Korina. Okay, so this is, you want as close as you can get to the real deal, there it is. Okay, where did I get it? Okay, look at it. Plastic on everything, pickups, even the gold string through tailpiece here, plastic on it, plastic on here, plastic on everything. Okay, back of the headstock, there you go. And where did I get it? Where did I get it where it's never even been played? That's right, good old dead Ed Roman. I went on there and talked to some folks, and sure enough, they had one laying around at the store that Ed refused to get rid of. He just wanted one, said this was as groovy as they get. And of course, if you know Ed, Gibson was bottom of the barrel, and you know, I'm pretty much with him. But yeah, there you go, 58 Flying V Dillion. Again, you'll find this one and other models of the Flying V's and every other model that's ever been discontinued on their website as well. I was talking to John, and he wanted me to let you guys know that all the 2016 models are in. All the Rosie models have came back in. They were gone, but just sold out is all. Your Firebird looking things, which are his Phoenix models. He's got a buttload in with just some super cool things, stuff that looks original. He's got some great white ones that just look superb, and then all kinds of cool wood grain things and everything that you haven't seen before. And again, everything comes stock, even these little mini humbuckers. Everything that has a humbucker in it has a coil split in it as well. So if you have one of those with 3 mini humbuckers, then you get 3 coil splits. Okay, so tons of the Les Pauls are out now too. Same finishes, just more finishes than you can imagine. And again, the only way he's getting away with the Les Paul ones is a different headstock. You know, that's it. Just like Ibanez did back in the early 70s when they got their cease and desist, and he got his too, and then he just changed the headstock, and that's what Ibanez did as well. And honest to God, you know, I'm not a Les Paul fan, but John's work there, again, split coils on everything, roller bridges on everything. You know, it's that thing, and they are proper built guitars. What can I say? Just go check them out on the site, DillionGuitars.com, Dillion, just like the flippin' shirt. And you can write Dillion Guitars at AOL.com, mention Scott Grove, and or Dr. Groovy, and get an amazing discount. You won't get that discount on eBay or anywhere else, only if you write to him through the AOL.com address. Okay, that's just the way that works. All kinds of other stuff, high-end lap steels, 8 and 6 string as well, and just go online and just check it out. He's got so many Now this is where it starts getting really cool. If you other people out there that like mandolins, but solid body and hollow body, you're looking at 335s. Yeah, actually it looks like a 335 electric mandolin. We're talking real pickups, no piezo stuff here. These are different animals. They're very cool. So it's not like, you know, where Ibanez goes along and just does an acoustic Iceman thing, and they didn't even originally electrify it. I had to do all that. But John thought all this out. So, yeah, I mean, you're getting all, you know, you're getting a Mosrite looking mandolins, and you get tellies, and you get, I mean, so many things. They look like Rickenbackers and the whole nine. He's got all those in guitars too. But just check it out. And then again, all the every kind of instrument you can imagine with that kind of top. The mother of toilet seat top. There's a separate link at the top of the web pages for these, but where you can get everything. My next one's going to have to be the Phoenix purple with 3 mini humbuckers all splittable, and I'm going to get a jazz bass in the white mother of toilet seat, so it'll be just like the pick guard here, and it's just white, 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 white mother of toilet seat, and then a black, nice binding all the way around the entire body. So very cool stuff. So don't forget about Dillion out there. And John's gonna shoot me for saying this, but the old man's getting old. That's right. So get the guitars while you can before he sells the flipping shop. Okay? Because you know, once Dillion is done, Dillion's done. So, and a lot of these guitars, like some of my stuff, he's got a lot of the great Van Halen looking stuff. He calls his the Mozart. Okay, instead of the Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart being the whole name. So he always comes up with the cool names. I happen to get a cool one without a whammy because I'm a without a whammy guy. Okay, so there you go. And again, pull the knobs, each one of them, and you get separate pickup. You get, you know, your coil splits for both pickups. And plenty with the Floyd Roses and the whole thing, and way better than that Wolfgang Jr. cheap, you know, thing. He just makes sure they put better quality into his guitar. And I wouldn't tell you this to blow smoke up your butt and then keep going out and buying Dillion guitars. He don't even know I bought this one. And I bought this one without him knowing it. I bought all my Dillions except for this one without him knowing it. And I've had many, and I always love them. So he'll be surprised to see this, I'm sure. And, okay, so there it is, man. It is just a perfect, actual Korina Flying V, the way they were actually made in '58. One of the many ways. That was one headstock. They did the Gumby headstock that was on the supposed Modern, and they even tried the Explorer headstocks and all that on all 3 guitars. You even saw the reverse Flying V headstock on the original Flying Vs and on the Explorers and the Moderns. They tried 3 or 4 different headstocks on all these different guitars, but of course this was the one everybody liked, and everybody really likes that output jack right down there. Okay, so what can I say about it? It is exactly what it is. True specs to everything. I mean, this is a chunky chunk of wood. I mean, try to find a flaw in this thing. And again, this is brand spanking new, but again from 2004, and has never been played, never been out of its case, nothing. And will I leave all this stuff on here, or will I gut it? I'm leaving it just like this. Why? Because some of this stuff actually does become collectible. Guitars from Korea collectible? Yeah. Okay, remember Ibanez? And every single guitar now from Japan, even the Tiesco crap, is garbage that you wouldn't pay $5 for that junk when you were, you know, hitting the garage sales in my day. I mean, you just couldn't, you'd sell it for 50 cents when it was time to close down your garage sale because they're horrible guitars. Those Tiescos and all that junk, and now people are making money off that junk. Oh, please, and the silver tones, and oh, good Lord, it's trash. It should go in the garbage. So again, yeah, just check out the Dillion stuff, and again, I'm passing on the savings to you. I've showed you guys a few other axes here recently that are cool too, and anything I find that is cool, I pass along. If I can get you guys a discount, I'm going to get you a discount. Even if I can't get a discount. Again, I paid 100% full price for this. 100% full price. I didn't get a deal squat, even though I buy a lot of stuff over there at Romans. And full price, right there it is. $799.99. That's what I paid, plus shipping, plus Nevada sales tax. So I paid full price, even though it's an older guitar. And I was happy to do so. I was just glad they had one lying around. And it's just like, this was Ed's guitar, and he didn't play it either, but he just thought it was such a fine instrument and a better quality one than what Gibson put out. So that's the kind of stuff Ed would put in his personal collection. I had actually seen this before Ed passed away, because he always kept his personal collection on the floor, which meant Ed had about 1,000 guitars on the floor that you couldn't buy, and about 125 that you were allowed to buy. But it was a cool place. I would love to have all mine on a display too. I would do the same thing. No, you can't buy that. No, you can't buy that one either. So again, DillionGuitars.com, and then Dillion Guitars at AOL. Give him a shout. Again, mention my name in either way. Say Dumbass Told You, or Scott Grove, or Dr. Groovy. And again, thanks to my good friend for my awesome coffee mug. And people are asking about my mom. Her name's Shirley. She is home now. So thanks for all your wishes about that. Her having her stroke and hitting a telephone pole and another person, and they thought she was going to end up with something else, but something came through. A whole bunch of people prayed for her, and 5 minutes before she had to go in for an operation that was going to take out half of her flipping neck, the doctor came back and said, by God, something changed, and we don't have to do the operation at all. You get to go home. You just had to be here. But they were having a prayer circle there at the hospital, and they came in and released Mom, and everybody's like, oh mercy, that's a miracle. And then I know you guys have filled up a couple pages worth of all the best to my mom. And again, so there's my mom, Shirley, right there. She surely passed it, and she's survived cancer twice, breast cancer twice, and still alive, man. 75 years old this May. Okay, let's check this out for people who may find one of these. Now, I want you guys to be on the lookout, because I know Dillion made them, and I'm still looking for one. John doesn't have one. He don't know where I can get one, but they did do an Iceman at one point. I mean, just like my Mozart guitar up there, they only made 2. You know, there's a lot of these 1 or 2 off things. So get some of these. They will say on the website if they are limited edition, and when they're limited, man, they are limited. And they also do the acrylic guitars and all this kind of stuff too. So check them out. And it's not just guitars; it's guitars and basses and everything in the world you could possibly think of. The acoustics, acoustic electrics, the lap steels, the mandolins, just so much more than you guys probably even know. So here's the axe. Again, it is what it is, and this is before coil splits, before everything had, so you're looking at a Tune-o-matic, you're just looking at an actual, just a 58V, okay? So this is before everything went with coil splits on every flipping thing. And here's me and my sounds again with my reverb. But check out the thickness. These are just still my patches. I'm not throwing any compression on. Just. So that's my both pickups. Again, the guitar is dimed. This is both pickups. pickup. And now again, for all those of you who wonder, yes, I play the Johnson Millennium JM150 combo with the Celestion 30s, and it has two 12AX7s, and this is my clean sound. Okay, this is the cleanest sound I use when I go play live. And again, it acts, sounds, and everything like a tube amp. Everybody always says, oh, it's so sterile. No, your mama's sterile. So here's clean by just simply not playing as hard. People are always like, Scott's guitar has no anything to it. It's always just so blah blah blah. It's always dialed in for Strat mode. Any guitar you plug in sounds like a Strat. I really don't think this sounds like a Strat, and I think it reacts very well. Check it out, kids. Okay, so it is very responsive. The guitar is exactly what you would expect it to be. Okay, and you're not going to find any goofy ass Epiphones or any other thing that's going to come close to this, and good luck trying to find one. And you're not going to find one that's never been played, but I did. And again, I'm here to remind you about Dillion. Do not forget just the company. And it's good stuff, and like I said, it's not going to be around forever. You know, John's 70, 71 right now, so just simply keep that in mind. And am I doing some big, huge profit deal or whatever, sharing with him? No. It's just great crap. I show you so many guitars, just like the ones I showed you a couple of days ago from Rondo. They're great. What am I making off of? Nothing. They haven't even thanked me for all the ones you guys have been buying. You know, they just like, whatever. But I'm sure they're quite happy with what's going on. Because, hey, those are great deals too. So again, since Ibanez came out in the 70s, I know they've been around since way before then, but since they started doing all of their copies and stuff, and did them so well and better than everybody, Dillion's been the company that has come next, I think, as far as everything I have checked out and owned and everything, and just their Strats or whatever. I mean, they are as good or better, because you know that Gibson and Fender are sitting on their asses once again. So it's the same story all over again. Gibson and Fender sitting on their asses, and another company comes along and blows their asses out of the water, and that's what these do, and the other ones I have do, and they're going nowhere. They are one of those things that are going to come back around and be just like the Ibanez's were in the 70s. Ibanez don't have what it had in the 70s. It has gone downhill too. Bridge pickup. Okay. So the chicken picking, but with my regular sound, my reverb. Cut my fingernails. Good golly, Miss Molly. Look at these dirty things. And See what we have. See. Yeah, I did it. I bent a set neck. So there you go, man. That's just a raw ass guitar. That's the way they made them. And again, I'm going to compare it to Ibanez. Came out with their Rock It Roll Senior, and I had it too. You can look on my reviews of it. And it wasn't quite as good as this because I hadn't put it back to all original yet, so I don't know if it would have compared to this. So I sold it before I got it completely restored. So now I have one that I know is as good as it gets, and probably I know it's better than the flippin' reissues that Gibson did in 82, 83 of these and that are currently doing. So get your hands on a great axe if you can find one of these. You got the nice green tulip tuners on there too. There's nothing else I could say. It's just, I am glad to find this one. And again, if you guys find that little Iceman thing they put out for just a couple guitars, let me know. And again, hi John. I'm out there looking for the old ones again, you know, that you can't find anymore. Look on the website. Those do exist. All the old stuff that's discontinued, and it'll say that Gibson told them to quit, you know, because, again, just like Ibanez, too close, cease and desist. So, and it's still got these nasty different colored ball end guitar strings. So, once again, Scott Grove, Dr. Groovy. Get you a Dillion no matter what it is. Later.